All right, Nightmare Zone survivors, Fox returns to State of Decay 2 for episode, I think it's 8 or 9. It's one of those numbers. I say that every time, and as usual, my desktop is blocked so I can't see what number the episode is. Kind of at the stage of the game right now where we've got our foothold, we've got supplies, and we're basically trying to build up to a critical mass where we can actually make a big play. There's an issue of like where you got to make a jump towards a bigger goal, like claiming an outpost that's a power generator. That's one of the goals we're going to do, because I want to move into Squillone's brewery, and that's going to give us water. That's going to give us water. And that means the other utility we need is electricity, so we're going to be using one of the power generators as, or one of the power outposts as electricity. But we can't, we're kind of stuck at the moment just doing basically things because we haven't hit that critical mass yet. So I forget who I was using last. I think this is the character we're going to be using. Emphasis on think. Where's our shotgun at? And instead of this, maybe we'll use this. Oh, this is in good shape. Let's pull this off. Put that on, equip that. And that's that. Off we go. Any objectives? We got those guys, that's fine. We can continue ignoring that. Because we're not ready to accept them into the computer, into the community, accept them into the computer? Like, what the heck am I talking about? We're not ready to accept them into the community anyways. So, let's see, what vehicles are nearby? Is there a vehicle that has 8 slots? Looking for like a van. Not a van. Anything that's somewhat close by, preferably.
We need support over here right now!
Maximilian, that's not a van. What's this? A utility truck? Also, we're getting kind of far away now. Do I want to help the guy who's got a freak in the house? I think I kind of do. I'll give it a try. How's our fuel looking? Fuel's good. That's good. Because the reason I'm going to give it a try is because it's an entire community of people. Actually, let's go a little bit better equipped. We don't have to be super equipped, but we should be better equipped. The main thing we need are the energy drinks. That's kind of our lifeline. Where are they? Energy drinks. And I'll probably bring these instead of these so that we can have instant health restore. And at the same time, clear up one of our inventory slots. Well, trade inventory slots. Basically, we don't lose one. This will probably be our last action before nighttime. If we could save these guys, I have a good feeling they're going to stay and become our allies. Which means we'll instantly have another one of those allied enclaves checked off. And if they don't, if they choose to leave, then, well, they should give us 2 rucksacks, assuming we can save everybody and nobody dies. That's basically the best result. If one of them dies, I think they'll give us 1 rucksack. But I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. Like, the main threat will be the feral, obviously. But, I mean, there's going to be a full community of 3 people there, so I'm pretty sure all we got to do is kill the feral, and we should be okay. Wow, they're inside this giant factory.
Before it gets in here. I don't have time to die today.
Help's almost there. Hang on.
Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Back to feral.
Oh.
I'm so exhausted.
This weapon is very exhausting to use. Let me switch to... I'll continue using this gun. And the siege is nearly done anyways. Oh my god, look how much stamina that uses. This weapon is the stamina user. So, we got a comment that shotguns aren't very good. And generally speaking, I would agree. Shotguns aren't very good. I would much prefer to use quite a few other weapons. But at the same time, shotguns have very specific uses, and it's our early game anti-feral weapon. And I let that one bite me as well. Go ahead and use one of these painkillers. It's like I'm not fighting as hard as I could because like of the stamina. It's like I keep fighting, trying a little more reservedly. We have to deal with that screamer, but of course, always something in this game. I love how our allies don't prioritize the screamers.
Try calling your friends now.
Not bad at all.
One of the most annoying things about Nightmare Zone is that in order to make the game harder, they have programmed the zombies to prioritize the character that you're playing as. So the zombies, if they can see you, most of the time they will stop fighting an enemy or another AI human or AI survivor, and they'll just go after you instead, which is really annoying.
That wasn't really so bad, was it?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, let's see.
We're here.
Do they become an ally or not?
See ya.
They do become an ally. Let's see what their bonus is. Whoops. Stay on the map. The bonus is dinner theater, morale, and food. So let me see. Does that mean we are getting... Yep, the foragers are providing +1 food. So they're basically like a food outpost. Not quite as good. A Nightmare Zone food outpost. I believe it gives you +1.5, but still pretty good. Chemistry could be useful, but having both pharmacology and... Where's the third survivor? Also, let's loot this place.
Well, it's something.
Parts. One thing that's annoying is I can't see where the lootable items are because this is a... There's another one up there. There's typically 3 in these kinds of places, so 2 or 3, so... I guess I'm looking for a message to see when we've fully looted the area, if it will tell me.
Good to see ya. Come take a load off.
I think the third member was a woman. Oh. Oh, good. All of it was up here. Man. A small number of parts 3 times in a row. Oh, we should check our morale, too, to see how much morale they're boosting us by. Okay. A little bit better. Where is our third community member? There's Pay. Oh, the command center got upgraded. What do we got?
I'm done checking this place out.
Snacks. Okay, good. We are officially clear.
Hey, you.
Pretty sure yep, you were the one cooking. Oh. There. It's this guy here. I don't recognize him.
Hey, what's poppin'?
It's Ted. There wasn't a woman. People skills.
Hey.
So Ted has people skills. Hay has chemistry. So did 2 of them have people skills? That's kind of unusual. Is he up there? Need to double check. Yeah, you're a different.
Good to see you alive.
Cooking. Okay, so it's cooking, people skills, and chemistry. Well, let's head back to... Oh, wait, let's see what they have for sale. Forgot about that.
Hey, what's up?
Shall we do some business?
Yeah, sure.
Selling a variety of things, including a mechanics textbook. I don't think I want any of these, though. Right now we're kind of storing up our points. Head back though and let this character heal because she's got 3 injuries. Isn't that wonderful? And we need to check our, unless I forget, we need to check to see how much of a morale bonus we're getting. If they give us like plus 10 morale to everybody, that would be pretty nice. Plus 10 morale and plus 1 food, that would actually be worth keeping them around and not recruiting one of them. Even though I kind of want someone who can cook, because then I'll have a way to obtain 2 things that I want. 1, we can use our kitchen to actually cook meals, you know, for morale. Because we don't have the Red Talon officers' quarters. That's typically the way we would get our morale, is to the Red Talon officers' quarters. But since we don't have access to that, the kitchen becomes a lot more valuable. Basically, the kitchen lost a lot of value due to the Red Talon officers' quarters. Oh, wait, we didn't... Oh, wait, yeah, we do. We can deposit the parts. Okay. Okay, now that I'm here, let's check our morale. So dinner theater, oh yeah, plus 8 to everybody. That's actually, it's not quite 10, but I mean, it's basically 10. That's actually really good. So on its own, it's very close to neutralizing our zombie problems. It's very close to it. Let's go ahead and put 1 shell in to get it back up to 7. And put it back. We're going to need to swap out heavy weapons. So let's put these back. Pull these out. Oh, wait, no. Hold on to just 2 painkillers. And who are we going to play as? Probably Guinevere, although she might get tired again. She hasn't had that much time off. On the other hand, we're trying to get these... Oh, so her bonus is an influence bonus. That's definitely worth it. Hers is more points from scrapping weapons. So, yeah, let's use this character and try to finish off our hero bonuses. Trying to get everybody skilled up.
Do fit in here.
I'll take this, and I'll take this. Might scrap this weapon instead of repairing it. And instead, I'll just use this carving knife. And then I need to go back to this character and get her equipped with the... Maybe I should just leave them on the ground. I don't know how to... It is kind of a hassle to constantly change your characters out to use the different weapons and make sure they're prepared for guard duty, but at the same time, you want to make sure those valuable weapons that you spent your influence on are actually making a difference. So what else can we do? I kind of want to thin out some of these freaks that are just getting nosier than I'm happy with. You can just go over and assassinate this one. I really want a crossbow, which is something we're probably going to get from a barn.
Enjoy peace eternal, asshole.
Where are the barns at? Gun shop, of course the gun shop is completely infested. The barns, I think, are on the farther side. We've gotten a little unlucky, I'll be completely honest. Normally, you get a crossbow a lot earlier in the game.
I gotta rest a sec.
How close are you on your cardio? Pretty close. Okay, so what do we want to do? I think we want to go out and loot some stuff. Just continue hitting some of the fairly nearby stuff. Equipment sheds looks promising. Probably get some parts in there. Maybe some weapons to scrap. I know there's one place that we haven't gone to nearby, but we'll wait until complete nighttime first. Try to avoid trouble where possible. Wow, look at all those guys. That's definitely a plague horde. Keep driving a little onwards. Because we could always get out and just assassinate them, but... Also, we're looking for a possible feral or something like that, while we have the advantage of high visibility. I'm gonna get out of here. I think it's pretty safe here. I think we're gonna be able to ignore that plague horde. Let's mark the vehicle in the event I need to bolt. First thing we'll do is thin out some of these guys. The people that are so close that it is possible that they might hear us rummaging around for stuff. Good. Abigail has already recovered from trauma. You know, something they never clearly explained the difference between trauma and injury. Like, they do have slightly different mechanics, but to me it seems like they're basically two variations of essentially the same thing that just cause you to accrue your health point penalty faster.
It sucks that we can't enjoy these quiet moments anymore.
Which is interesting, because trauma is typically easier to heal, but you don't get it as frequently as you get, what do you call it, injuries. Whereas injuries are much more stubborn, they need much more dedicated medical treatment. Like, for example, the medical advice ability, I don't think we have it on the radio. Yeah, we don't have it. The medical advice, though, it's good for trauma, but it's not good for injuries.
Step 2, find useful
Oh, good. We got
stuff.
some electronic parts. That's always helpful. I want to run a little bit to try to get that 1 point of cardio.
We have a few zombies heading our way, but they'll never get past our defenses.
Is that so? Might ignore them. Got a rucksack. Very nice. Am I encumbered? No, I'm not. Okay, good. He's going in the opposite direction. I typically don't find anything good in these little trailers, but who knows? It's here. Might as well give it a try.
Could be worse.
Parts, unsurprising. But I'll take it. I'll take it over something else. One thing I like about these fields is they're so flat that it's very easy to see pretty much everything around you. Still not... There we go. What'd I say? When are they going to give me my cardio? Oh, man, this is tough. Backpacking or powerhouse. Both of those are really good. Let me think about it for a bit. What are our other skills? Normally, I would pick based off some of the other skills. I think I might lean on powerhouse just to give us a little more safety against ferals.
It's locked.
Okay, let's check the backside. Actually, let's check this hay bale group at first. Okay. Also, I think Powerhouse is less common than backpacking, so I think I'm gonna go for Powerhouse just because it's less common and it's really good.
No luck in here.
A little bit of food wouldn't hurt just because we are still food negative. No food though, just food related items. Can we activate our... Yes, we can. Need to get this gardening maxed out. Once we have gardening maxed out, that'll be pretty nice. We'll get another +1 food from that. And then we'll just need water in order to upgrade to the more... Oh, that's right, it's locked. We're gonna go around. Okay, is the back door unlocked? Well, we do have an item right here. Nope, they are both locked. Let's see if that guy heard it. Yes, he did. I'm gonna leave the door open so that he doesn't pound on the door, and then we will unlock this door. And then what we'll do, we'll just kind of go in a circle and give him the zippy zappy treatment. There he is right there. Now we should be able to detect these, even though our scouting isn't maxed, it's leveled up enough that we should be able to detect some of these zombies that are laying in ambush. Of course, when we completely clear the house, there's always the possibility the game will just generate more enemies, which it doesn't. Fortunate for me. After this, we will return and defend the base. Chemicals. Make use of those. Even if we don't have a use for them, which I'm pretty sure we will, we could sell them, because they actually sell for a decent price. Rumpled jacket, gloaming gray. We keep forgetting to take a look at our clothing. It's the word that old-timey authors wrote instead of Twilight. And... sounds like there's a horde outside based on the chorus of voices. Another rumpled jacket, caramel brown, silky caramel jacket, caramel, jacket plus dark chocolate, pants equal. I would kill someone for dessert right now. Well, if we had Arv from the Endless series, he could cook us one up. We go around. Fortunately, our scouting is picking them up. Okay, it's not a plague horde, which means that greatly reduces the chances of it being a juggernaut attached to the group. Ah, boost yields completed. Are you? Nope, you're our chemist. Let's see how... Who's our gardener? You are. You got 1 star left before I can turn you into agriculture. Eventually, scouting will max out, and then I'll have eyes in the back of my head. That's all fine. Let's head back to base, defend. So some people commented that one of the things that annoys them about Nightmare Zone is that it's very slow-paced. There's a lot of sneaking around and whatnot. And that's true. Nightmare Zone is typically a lot more slow-paced. You can play it more aggressively. You can play more loudly. But typically you need to either A, be playing with other people so that you can use strength in numbers, I mean like playing in multiplayer, or you need to have the experience and the gear to be able to fight
Just remember, everyone fights. No one quits.
effectively.
Not to alarm you, but we've got a few too many.
I want to deal with that
infestations around
screamer since he is coming in. Got him. But no, you can play Nightmare Zone more loudly if you wish, but I would not recommend it in the beginning. Basically, in the beginning, you want to experience how much damage you take, like get a feel for. Basically, one of the keys is you need to know when you're in trouble, and you won't know if you're in trouble unless you survive encounters. You know, you take some damage and you're like, okay, this is how much regular zombies do. This is how much a feral does.
Why is it so quiet?
This is how much a juggernaut does. Like, you need to know how much damage the enemies do. But probably one of the most important things, you need to know how, if you're going to make a lot of noise, you need to know how noisy you are. And one of the big keys there is to look at the mini-map whenever you're fighting. Like right now, that zombie's banging on the door. It's just really good to know how much noise are these actions making. Like when I first played Nightmare Zone, I didn't realize that even regular melee combat is fairly noisy. And I would melee people and wind up drawing all these enemies in. I'm like, I'm just fighting in melee combat. How are all these enemies here?
Everybody okay? That's a relief.
That's the feral. Not good.
Ah, just can't get his head. Give me my shotgun. This one. Need to get away from the regular zombies. I need to grab some shotgun shells as well. No! Get away from me. They have terrible aim against ferals. Completely unreliable. Annoying. Okay, we gotta run.
That was noisy.
Come on. There we go. Ah, interrupted me. We're missing a lot of the important equipment right now. Like, we don't have instant heals. Where is he?
I could use a little help if anybody's listening.
These zombies are distracting the crap out of me. Just kill them, please.
Fuck me, a screamer.
He's moving around too erratically. Okay, he's gonna miss. I'm gonna get some distance. Oh my god. He just... Our ally actually killed somebody. That's like a miracle. I don't want to abandon my allies because they're okay at fighting zombies, but they're not the ultimate zombie killers.
Do you ever wonder if the sweatshop workers who made the shoes you're wearing are alive or dead?
No, get on. There we go. Now we gotta go get the screamer.
Look, I support the network's right to speak their minds. I just don't support their anarchy.
Oh, come on.
Chaos.
Now we can just smash it open. Here's a line of advice. Everyone's always about not making noise. Once something has already made a really loud noise, make more noise. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, once that screamer screamed, there's nothing wrong with just slamming open that gate, because all that matters is what the loudest noise was. Like, once that screamer screams, it's not going to matter if you have smaller noises or even medium noises going on. So that was a more awkward fight. One of the things that really helped is that we were able to isolate and kill one of the ferals early. So some of the mistakes there was that I didn't have my I didn't have bottles of painkillers. In the end, I didn't need it. I was okay without the bottles of painkillers, but I also didn't have my energy drinks, so I didn't have like a reliable way of constantly dodging away. That's why you want to make sure that you're equipped. And also, since we don't have gunslinging as a way to pretty reliably... Also, I forgot to use my my powerhouse dropkick. Yeah, we do have the dropkick ability unlocked. But that's because I just now picked it and I forgot that we had it. But overall, basically, if we didn't have the dropkick, if I had chosen Marathon instead, that still would have been a pretty good way to deal with those triple ferals. Oh, let's see what our community bonus is. Maximum carry capacity, that one's not as good. That one's kind of just like a bonus. So, everyone is fairly injured, as one might expect. But Tiffany Fallon is the least injured. So we're going to switch to her and let the others heal up. And that's probably going to be the end of the episode, too, because we are at our 30-minute time limit. And I think that's a suitably epic conclusion to the episode. Fairly profitable, too. I mean, that's like 150 influence off of the ferals. If they gave us the horde bonus, an extra 20, so... all quite good. Lots of it. I mean, we're almost up to 1,000 influence. One of the things that's nice about Nightmare Zone is even though it's harder, it means you can earn a lot of other things faster. Like, you can earn your influence faster. Like, you can get a lot of things completed quicker. So it's like high risk, high reward is the way I would describe it. So Tiffany Fallon will be going out next while the others get patched up. They went ahead and spawned in those triple ferals to fight us. Those guys were not part of the siege. They were drawn in. A small-scale siege like that would not draw in 3 ferals. That just would not happen. So what happened was just the noise. One of the things we kind of need is a watchtower. A watchtower would be nice. Not because the watchtower has insanely good stats, but what it does is it creates a position where your allies are forced to use their guns. Like, unless the zombies get up top and start eating them, then they are going to use their guns. And so when you've got all these really good guns, but your allies want to rush into melee combat, this is when those guns are really handy. But at any rate, yep, that was... looks like we'll be sharing some of the night into the next episode. But yeah, there you go. That was a much bigger siege. I was not worried about my character dying. I was worried about some of my allies dying, though, because your allies aren't the best at fighting ferals. In fact, they can fight them one-on-one pretty well. Like, they can dodge and counterattack decently. But in groups, they just get shredded by ferals because they have terrible aim. The only thing that has a chance of really hitting them is maybe a shotgun. Maybe if you had the AA-12, which is a shotgun that's stuck on automatic fire, that might be... the way you get the AA-12 is... Where is it? Supply drops. It would be Ultimate Edition ranged weapons, I believe, is where you would get the AA-12. And yeah, that's like I said, it's an automatic shotgun stuck on. It's a shotgun that's automatic, but it's stuck on automatic fire. It doesn't have semi-automatic. That's really important because if a weapon has semi-automatic fire, but it also has automatic, your survivors will just choose semi over automatic. So you want to equip them if you don't have like a 50 caliber weapon to equip them with, you want to equip them with weapons that are completely automatic and don't have the option for any other firing mode, so that they will use the weapon at its highest fire rate, because they have infinite ammo. You want to take advantage of their infinite ammo. But at any rate, oh, look at that. Our guys are already starting to heal back up, so that's pretty good. Overall, you know, got a little bit done. Got that mission done. Those guys are now our allies, providing us with surprisingly good bonuses. Survived a siege that gave us a decent amount of influence. Overall, I thought it was going to be a fairly quiet, somewhat unproductive episode, but it wound up being a lot better with that completion of the siege on those allies, and then resisting the siege we got there. Got everybody maxed up to their hero status, so pretty good overall. At any rate, like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future State of Decay 2 content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.